Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, November 24th, and I am currently reading a book called A Tangle of Time. Yeah, A Tangle of Time. I never know if it's a tangle in time or a tangle of time, but it's a tangle of time, which is the second book in the Hexologist series, which is like cozy fantasy mystery. And I am 25% into that, and I definitely want to finish that this week. And then I want to start the second book in the Empire of the Wolf. I think that's the name of the series. And I think the book itself is called The Tyranny of Faith. Yeah, The Tyranny of Faith. I want to read that. And that is also fantasy. So am I going to be reading two fantasy books at the same time? Absolutely. But they're like very different vibes. So I think it's going to be okay. And also like that is just what I want to read. So that is what I am going to read. That's already like a good amount of pages. So although I assume I'm going to finish both of them, I don't really know what I'm going to start next. Like I could start the third and last book in the Empire of the Wolf series because I do want to finish that series. Like I want to finish series in general and or like catch up to series. So, both of these books definitely work for that. But yeah, I don't know if I will just, read the next book in the series right after, or if I'll take a break and read something else. I don't really know. But yeah, that's it for now in terms of reading plans, because I don't know what I will do after this. In terms of like work, this week is gonna be like pretty normal. There's like no events, there's nothing different happening. The only thing is that on Wednesday I'm going to be helping like some colleagues do like a protocol they have. I think they have done it, but like a long time ago and like just once, and so they want my help because like I do it all the time. So I will help them out with that, but other than that, it's just my normal stuff at the lab. And on the weekend, I'm going back to my hometown, to my parents' house, but I don't think, any specific plans. I would like to, go on a run because I haven't in like the last 2 weekends, because the one of them, like it was raining basically in the entire weekend nonstop. And last weekend I stayed here and I never run when I stay here because I don't like to. So yeah, I would definitely, like to run because I've actually been missing it, which is crazy to say. And I would like to, film my video. But other than that, I don't really have any plans. As always, I'm sure something will come up. I'm sure my mom specifically will come up with something because she always does. But yeah, I don't really have much to say in this intro. Like there's not much going on. But yeah, those are all of my plans, or non-existent plans, I guess. And welcome to the vlog. Hello, so it is Thursday and I have updates because I finished the book and I am 73% into another one. So I finished A Tangle of Time and I am 73% into the Tyranny. I actually have no idea how to say this word, of Faith. And so for A Tangle of Time, that was the second book in the Hexologist series, which is like cozy fantasy mystery. Although like this book was not as like cozy as the first one, as in like the stakes were, they definitely felt higher. And so we follow a couple. We have Isolde and Warren, and they are the hexologists. And basically Isolde can do some hexes, which are like a type of magic spells. and they, investigate, especially like magical mysteries. And in this book, they find that someone that Isolde had come in contact with recently has died, has been killed, and they start investigating that. But like very weird things start happening from the beginning, and even like the crime scene itself seems to like change, and there are a lot of weird magical things happening, and Isolde can't really understand what's happening. And also like something that they have, like sort of a portal, is stolen as well. And like it gets crazy because I mean it starts like very, confusing from the beginning. There's a lot of things happening. It starts like already, kind of insane, but then like it gets crazier and crazier, like progressively crazier. And like at the end, like I said, it definitely feels like less cozy because the stakes are, definitely higher than I expected, which I like because cozy is really usually not my thing. I just really love these characters, and that is why like I wanted to continue the series. But like things get crazy at the end, and I was actually like stressed, and I really liked it. And also like the ending was really cool as well. And there's a mystery about like Isolde's father that we've known about like since the beginning of the series, and I think we're going to maybe learn more about that in the third book, which I am excited for. And yeah, I really liked it. I finished it earlier today, and I had so much fun in that book. I don't know if I'm gonna give it 4 or 4.5 stars just yet, but I definitely really liked it. I definitely had a lot of fun, and I will definitely read the third book whenever it comes out. And for the other book, I am, like I said, 73%. This is the second book in the Empire of the Wolf series, which is fantasy. And basically, we follow three. Well, now we're actually following more, but in the first book, we start following 3 characters. And we have Helena, Vonwald, and Bressinger. And Vonwald is a justice. And basically, that means that he goes from, place to place, making sure that the laws of the emperor are being followed. And if they're not, Vonwald can be like judge, executioner, all in one. And in the first book, they go into like a town where there has been like a murder, and they're trying to solve it. And oh, and I forgot to say about the other characters. Like Helena is basically like Vonwald's apprentice, and Bressinger is like a former soldier. And they, like I said, start like trying to solve that murder mystery, but like the second half of the book actually like gets super crazy with like some magical things and like a crazy, very dangerous enemy. And in this book, they go back to the capital and they talk to the emperor, and the emperor is like pretty worried about like some rebellions starting and the empire falling, and he wants Vonwald to, deal with that. But then his grandson gets kidnapped, so he wants Vonwald to deal with that and to like, obviously find his grandson, get him back if he's still alive, and bring the people who took him to justice. And also, like since the beginning of the book, Vonwald has been feeling like sick, and he doesn't really know like what it is that he has, but like now at the point that I'm at, we have learned what it is, and definitely very interesting, very concerning. And they have like run into an old enemy, and also there's been like someone that they have like questioned. And like Vonwald being a justice, he has like the voice, which means that he can basically compel people to tell the truth. And that person that they, or like he specifically was questioning, like it felt like they were compelled by someone else to do something, like they didn't really know what they had done. So that's also concerning. And like a lot has happened. Like in the last couple chapters that I read, there was a sort of magical thing that like they performed that was really cool but really scary. And once again, I'm worried, but I am definitely having fun. I am excited. I'm curious to see how this is all gonna come together. And yeah, it's definitely going well. I plan on finishing it tomorrow. And that is it in terms of my reading. And in terms of like other things, it's all been like really just like normal. And like sadly tomorrow I am going to be at the biobank, and I have not complained about this in some time because I have not been there in some time, because it seems that I have like many more hours than some other colleagues. So now I'm doing, less hours because it's supposed to be equal-ish for everyone. So like these past couple months, I've definitely been doing less shifts, which we love. But yeah, tomorrow, sadly, I am going to be at the biobank in the morning and in the afternoon, and I have a bunch of things to do with the cells as well. So tomorrow's gonna be pretty packed, and at the same time, I also have to catch a train to go to my hometown. So here's to hoping that I manage to catch my usual train, because being at the biobank, you never know what time you're gonna leave, because it's always a gamble. So let's hope for the best. I think I'm already gonna like pack some things tonight, so I don't like have to spend as much time doing that tomorrow after I get off with work. Do I want to do it right now? Absolutely not. I want to do, just nothing, because it is 1 a.m. So, yeah, once again, I've just been procrastinating filming, and I'm filming at 1 a.m. and I still clearly have other things to do. So, there's that. But I don't really have any plans, I think, like set plans for the weekend. I have like an appointment on Saturday during like lunchtime, actually. But other than that, I don't really have anything planned yet. And actually, Monday is a holiday, so that's super fun. Not that that matters for this vlog, because Monday is already for, the next weekly vlog, but it's something that I remember and I am very excited about. And yeah, I think honestly, like that is all for now. I mean, I've read a bunch of pages, but they were all from, the same two books, and they are, quite long books. Especially this one is quite long. Actually, I don't know how long the other one was, but I'm pretty sure this one is longer. Like I said, I plan on finishing this tomorrow. I think I can, especially if I read on the train on my way home. I definitely will be able to finish this. And after that, I don't know. I think I said that like I might start the book that comes after, or I might like take a small break and read something else in between, because I do want to finish the series soon-ish, because like I spent so much time between the first and the second book that there's a lot from the first book that I don't remember, because it's been like over a year and a half, I think, and I definitely don't want to do that again. I want to be better at just, reading series faster, especially series where, the plot of the previous book really matters for the next book, which is the case here. So yeah, I want to read the book that comes after, either like right after this one or like next week. But yeah, that is all that I had to update you for now, and I will probably talk to you on like Saturday. Okay, so it's Monday and I'm here to wrap up the vlog. And well, so remember when I said that I wanted to finish the Tyranny of Faith on Friday? That did definitely not happen, because I read just like a little bit, and then I did not read on the train because I fell asleep. And then I didn't read on Saturday at all, anything. So clearly I didn't update during the weekend because I had like nothing to update. And then yesterday I spent the whole day also like not reading. And then it was like midnight and I was like, I should finish the book. So I had like around 100 pages left. So I just finished the book and I did finish it like before the end of the week. So I did it eventually. In this last part that I read, things went crazy and something really sad that I did not expect happened. And something also really sad almost happened. And I didn't really believe it would happen, but then they made me believe that it would. And I was like, what is happening? But yeah, it was like things were like they were crazy and they were sad, and we like learned a lot about the magic. We saw like a lot of magical things happening, which was really fun. And yeah, I liked it. I was gonna say I had fun, But then again, I was also really sad. So, but I liked it. And I think I am probably gonna give it 4 stars. And yeah, that is literally all that I read. I definitely planned on reading more, but it did not happen. But I did go on my run yesterday, my 10K run. And actually, like I was planning on doing it on a Saturday, but like Saturday it was raining, and so I was like, I'd rather not. So I went on my run yesterday, and I hadn't run in 3 weeks, so it was not as like easy breezy as it had been like the last few times, but it was still okay. Like when I got to kilometer 9, my legs were like, we've had enough. So like the last kilometer, my legs felt like they were so heavy, but like I did it. It was definitely not my record, but I ran the 10K, which is all I wanted at that point. And today I ran 5K because like I only run when I'm here, like in my parents' house. So like I wanted to make the most of the time when I was here, like to run at least twice. But it was really hard because like my legs were so tired from yesterday. So it was like today's 5K was like way harder than yesterday's 10K. So yeah, there was that. But I did it. Again, it was very slow, definitely not my record, but yeah, the fact that I was able to run the 5K is actually a shock because when I started running today, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to run like 1 kilometer because like my legs were so like heavy and tired, and yeah, it was a struggle, but I did it. And yeah, today like I'm still here on Monday because today is actually like a holiday, so yeah, that's why I'm still at my parents' house and why I was able to go on my run. But that is not even like about the week that this vlog is about. So, you know, but yeah, so I didn't read as much this week as like the couple previous weeks, but I still read quite a bit because like I only read 2 books, but they were long, especially like one of them was very long. And so I finished A Tangle of Time and I read the whole of The Tyranny of Faith, and that was 943 pages, which I am still very happy with. And I really liked both of the books, so I'm obviously very happy with that as well. And like this weekend I was able to rest, which was great because like the last maybe 2 or 3 weekends, I had to wake up early, like even during the weekends, because like I have a bunch of things to do. But this weekend I was able to actually sleep, so that was great. And I do feel definitely like way more rested than I did in the last few weeks. So yeah, that is it. That is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!